Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker with each passing year, as if aging is quietly stealing your strength? You've likely been told that it's just part of getting older. But here's the truth that almost no one is saying out loud. Your legs may be starving, not from lack of exercise, but from three key nutrients your body silently depends on at night. These aren't exotic or expensive supplements. In fact, they're so simple and affordable that no big brand is rushing to advertise them. That's why most doctors don't bring them up either. There's no profit in plain truth. But the science is crystal clear. A deficiency in just one of these nutrients can triple your fall risk after 60, delay muscle healing by over a third, and cause more nighttime cramps than you ever thought possible. And yet, the one vitamin proven to increase leg strength by 31%, most seniors have never even heard of it, let alone taken it. Why? Because this isn't something money can fix. It's about giving your body what it's quietly been asking for. Nutrients that rebuild the communication lines between your brain, your muscles, and the ground you walk on. Seniors who start this bedtime routine often report steadier balance, fewer aches, and faster muscle recovery, sometimes within days. And yes, everything you're about to hear is grounded in real research you can check for yourself. We've included every source, every study, right below. But before we begin, we'd love to know where you're watching from, how old you are, and what vitamins you already take. Don't hold back. Your story matters. We read every single comment, and we're here to reply with thoughtful suggestions tailored to you and your lifestyle. This is about helping you feel steady again, from the ground up. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked keys to leg strength: vitamin B12. Oddly enough, it's the third on our list, but in many ways, it's the first your body cries out for. Most people have heard of B12, sure, but very few truly understand how deeply it's tied to your balance, your coordination, and your ability to rise from bed without fear of falling. Think of B12 like the power cable between your brain and your legs. When that signal weakens, things slowly start to slip. Your muscles feel sluggish, your steps grow unsure, and your confidence begins to erode, sometimes without you even realizing it. Here's the hidden truth. After age 60, your body has a much harder time pulling B12 from the foods you eat, even if you're eating plenty of meat, eggs, or fish. That's because the stomach's natural acid, which is needed to unlock B12, begins to decline. So while your plate might look full, your nerves may still be starving, and the consequences sneak in gradually. First, maybe your toes feel a little numb, then tingling creeps up your calves, and one day, you go to stand, and your knees betray you. That's not just aging. That's your nervous system waving a white flag. Why does this happen? Because B12 helps build and protect the sheath around your nerves, like the rubber coating on electrical wires. Without it, the brain's messages to your legs get scrambled. That's why many older adults with B12 deficiency experience a shuffling walk, foot dragging, night cramps, or stiffness that mimics more serious conditions like Parkinson's or diabetic nerve damage. One major study tracked over 2,500 seniors and found that those low in B12 were 60% more likely to fall, and nearly 3 times more likely to struggle with walking. But here's what most people miss. The timing of B12 matters just as much as the amount. Your nervous system goes into repair mode while you sleep. It rebuilds damaged nerves, restores muscle signals, and resets your balance system. If your body doesn't have B12 at night, it can't do its job. That's why taking B12 before bed can make such a difference, not only for your legs, but also for your peace of mind. Unlike stimulants, B12 won't keep you awake. In fact, many seniors report deeper, calmer sleep after adding it to their nighttime routine. But form matters. The best version for people over 60 is called methylcobalamin, and the best delivery method is sublingual, a tiny tablet that dissolves under your tongue and skips the stomach altogether. And how fast does it work? In just 10 to 14 days, many seniors feel more steady, experience fewer spasms, and notice stronger leg contractions. One woman in a clinical case study went from barely walking 10 minutes on her own to regaining her full mobility after 6 weeks of daily B12. This isn't magic. It's just giving your body the tools it's been quietly asking for. So if your legs feel tight, twitchy at night, or less responsive than they used to be, don't ignore it. It's not just a symptom, it's a signal, a gentle nudge from your nervous system asking for help. And the longer that message goes unanswered, the harder it becomes to bounce back. Now let's talk about the second vitamin, one that might quietly change everything. It's not flashy, but in just 2 weeks of bedtime use, many older adults feel steadier on their feet, less sore, and more capable. I'm talking about vitamin D3, often dismissed as just the sunshine vitamin. But after age 60, it becomes your body's hidden engine for rebuilding lost strength, especially in your legs. Most people still think D3 is just for bones. But here's what they're not told. D3 is also a key that unlocks muscle repair. It helps rebuild the fibers in your legs while you sleep, the same way a carpenter mends a worn foundation overnight. And if you don't give your body that tool before bed, you miss your window of healing. Shockingly, more than 70% of seniors don't get enough D3, and most have no idea. But the evidence is undeniable. Low D3 has been directly linked to weaker legs and slower recovery after activity and more frequent falls. And it's not just about numbers. You feel it. That soreness from a simple walk, the extra effort it takes to stand, the quiet shrinking of your mobility. This is how muscle loss, or sarcopenia, begins. And it tends to show up first in the legs, the thighs, calves, and glutes. Your body changes shape subtly, but the real shift happens in how you move, how long you stand, and how far you feel like going. Over time, your world gets smaller. Not because of age, but because your muscles aren't being given what they need to keep up. A study published in 2020 found that seniors who took D3 at night saw a 34% drop in falls and a 19% increase in leg strength within just 3 months. That's not just impressive. That's life-changing. Why does nighttime matter? Because during deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, and that's when your muscle receptors are most responsive. Without D3, they stay silent. But D3 doesn't stop there. If you've ever felt that burning tension in your calves or that deep ache in your thighs at night, it could be from chronic, low-level inflammation in the muscles. D3 helps calm that too. In fact, Research 2022 showed that seniors deficient in D3 had twice the leg pain at night and much slower muscle healing. But once they began taking D3 at bedtime, their balance, walking speed, and pain levels all improved significantly within weeks. Unfortunately, this is where many people go wrong. They take D3 in the morning or forget it altogether. But your body is wired to heal at night, not during errands or chores. This is when D3 works best, silently fueling muscle growth as you sleep. And no, sunshine isn't enough. After 60, your skin produces up to 75% less D3 than it used to, even with the same amount of sun exposure. That means you could walk every day and still be deficient. Supplements become not just helpful, they become essential. Most seniors benefit from 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 per night. Always choose vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, and take it with a little healthy fat, a few almonds, a spoonful of avocado, or even a sip of almond milk, to help your body absorb it. The best part, D3 won't disrupt your sleep. In fact, many older adults say it helps them relax more deeply at night and wakes them up feeling stronger. So if your legs feel tight in the mornings, if exercise leaves you unusually sore, or if your stride has slowed lately, it may not be aging. It may just be a signal, a quiet request from your body for the one nutrient it can no longer make on its own. And if you give it what it needs, you may just wake up to a body that feels a little more like it used to. And now, first place, not by chance, but by impact. Vitamin K2. It's the unsung hero, the one no one seems to mention, yet it may be the most powerful vitamin for storing strength to aging legs. Not K1. The one from leafy greens that helps with clotting. This is K2, and if you're over 60 and your legs feel sore, shaky, or just not what they used to be, this may be exactly what your body's been missing. Ever feel like your knees creak when you stand? Or like your calves lose their spring halfway through the day? That rubbery, unstable feeling, it's not just wear and tear. It may be your body's cry for K2. So what does K2 really do? Imagine it as your body's traffic officer for calcium. Without it, calcium gets lost, piling up in your joints, your arteries, even your soft tissues. That buildup tightens your blood vessels, stiffens your legs, and leaves your bones weaker than they appear. Your foundation starts to falter, not from age, but from misdirection. With K2 guiding the way, calcium is sent where it belongs, into your bones, where it can do good, not harm. That's why so many older adults with low K2 walk around with both aching legs and thinning bones and never connect the dots. But there's more to K2. It doesn't just guide minerals, it helps flip the on switch for muscle recovery. In a 2021 study, older adults who took K2 daily saw a 21% jump in leg strength and a 31% improvement in standing balance, all within just 8 weeks. And guess what? The biggest gains came from those who took it at night, during the body's natural repair window. K2 also works hand in hand with vitamin D3. Think of them as teammates. D3 helps calcium enter the bloodstream, but K2 makes sure it gets to the right address, your bones. If you're taking D3 without K2, you might still experience stiffness or even worsening joint discomfort. In fact, for many seniors, K2 is the missing link. But its role goes even deeper. K2 helps your muscles burn fuel more efficiently, supports blood sugar balance, and boosts bone building through a powerful little protein called osteocalcin. For older adults dealing with poor circulation or insulin resistance, K2 can become a quiet but vital ally. Even better, when taken at night, it helps refill your muscles' energy stores while you sleep. That means you wake up with legs that feel stronger, not sore, and energy that lasts, not fades. Here's the catch. K2 is rare in today's diets. Unless you're regularly eating aged cheeses or fermented foods like natto, chances are you're not getting enough. That's why MK7, the most absorbable form of K2, is often recommended, especially before bed. It stays in your system longer, working overnight to direct calcium, support your nerves, and rebuild muscle fibers. Taking K2 at night is like flipping the switch on your body's internal repair system. And if you're already taking D3, K2 is the key that makes it truly effective. So if stairs feel steeper than they used to, if your legs ache more than they did last year, or if recovery just doesn't come like it used to, this might be the vitamin your body has quietly been needing all along. Because strength lost slowly can still be rebuilt, one good night at a time. Now that you understand what these 3 vitamins do for your legs, let's talk about how to actually make them part of your nightly routine. Without stress, without confusion. It's not about taking more pills. It's about taking the right ones at the right time in a way your body can actually use. Let's start simple. With B12. If digestion isn't what it used to be, and for most folks over 60 it isn't, the best version of B12 is methylcobalamin in a tiny sublingual tablet. No need to swallow. Just tuck it under your tongue and let it melt gently into your bloodstream. Take it at least 2 hours after dinner or about 30 minutes before bed, ideally on an empty stomach. That gives your body the cleanest chance to absorb it fully. Make it part of your wind-down ritual. Leave the bottle by your toothbrush or set a quiet phone reminder. Start with 1,000 micrograms a night. And just watch. In a few weeks, you may feel steadier when you walk. Sleep more peacefully. Even notice your hands or legs reacting a little faster. Next, vitamin D3, your nighttime muscle fuel. Choose a soft gel or capsule with 2,000 IU or more and take it 20 to 30 minutes before bed, ideally with a small bite of healthy fat. A few almonds, a spoon of almond butter, or a bit of cheese is all it takes. Just avoid heavy meals, which can slow digestion and interfere with sleep. And finally, vitamin K2. Look for the MK7 form, which works longer and complements D3 beautifully. Take it alongside your D3 dose. They function as a team. Together, they help guide calcium into your bones and out of the places it doesn't belong. If you already take calcium supplements or eat calcium-rich foods during the day, K2 becomes even more essential. It keeps that calcium moving in the right direction, especially while you sleep. A simple tip: create a gentle bedtime tray. Your 3 supplements, a small glass of water, and maybe a warm herbal tea or a moment to journal. Just that. Nothing fancy. What matters most is consistency, not perfection. These nutrients won't transform you overnight, but night by night, they begin to reset your recovery system. They help restore strength from the inside out, quietly, patiently, as your body finally gets what it needs. And once this routine feels second nature, B12 under the tongue, D3 and K2 with a light snack, there's one more way to speed up your progress. 3 simple habits. No new pills, just daily rhythm. First, hydrate with intention. Not just when you're thirsty. Not all at once, but steadily. A glass every 90 minutes while you're awake. Water may seem basic, but without it, your bloodstream slows, your circulation drops, and even the right vitamins struggle to reach your nerves and muscles. That aching in your calves at night? It might not be aging. It might be dehydration. In fact, a study in the Journal of Aging Research showed that even mild dehydration led to a 14% drop in leg endurance and delayed overnight muscle repair by hours. So drink mindfully. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if it helps, and stop sipping about an hour before bed to protect your sleep. Second, watch what you eat at night. A heavy, sugary, or starchy dinner, rice, white bread, dessert, forces your body to work on digestion instead of healing. Especially after 60, digestion slows down late in the day, and a rich meal can quietly increase inflammation in your legs and block the benefits of D3 and K2. Instead, keep it light. A piece of grilled chicken, a boiled egg, and some steamed greens is enough. Give your body 2 hours to settle before taking your supplements. That quiet window lets your vitamins work while you rest, improving not just your legs, but also your digestion and sleep. Third, move your legs gently before bed. Not a workout, just circulation support. A few seated leg lifts, ankle rolls, or simple heel raises by the edge of your bed are enough. These small motions send a signal. Hey, these legs are still in use. Keep the blood flowing. In a 2021 study, seniors who did 5 minutes of light leg movement before bed saw a 22% increase in blood flow to the lower body. They also reported less cramping, less stiffness, and better balance in just 10 days. You don't need a gym. Just a wall, a chair, or your mattress edge will do. These 3 habits, steady hydration, a lighter dinner, and gentle leg movement, are your secret allies. When combined with your nightly dose of B12, D3, and K2, they create the perfect internal conditions for healing to begin. This is how real strength comes back. Not from chasing quick fixes, but from giving your body what it's quietly been waiting for. Night after night, step by step. You rebuild what time has taken, and you walk into tomorrow stronger than yesterday. And that's how you begin to reclaim your legs, your strength, your balance, your freedom, one quiet night at a time. 3 vitamins. 3 silent deficiencies that have quietly weakened so many. But now, 3 powerful ways to help rebuild your legs from the inside out, naturally, gently, and without relying on painkillers, risky procedures, or exhausting workouts. Vitamin B12, to restore the nerves and reconnect your brain to your stride. Vitamin D3, to rebuild muscle tissue and ease the inflammation that holds you back. Vitamin K2, to guide calcium where it belongs and awaken the strength that's still within you. You don't need more confusion, more bottles, or more hype. What you need is something real. Something grounded in science, in nature, and in what your body already knows how to do when given the chance. Heal. And that starts tonight. So now we'd love to hear from you. Are you already taking any of these before bed? Or are you planning to start tonight? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. We respond with real care because this channel is built for people just like you. If this message helped you, even just a little, please tap the like button, share it with someone you love, and subscribe for more simple, proven tools to support your health as you age. Your legs carry your story. Let's make sure they stay strong, steady, and ready for all the years still ahead. We're grateful you're here, and we'll see you in the next video.